Alright guys, so for this one I'm gonna be clay barring and polishing and most likely compounding a little bit of these scratches out. So yeah, and as you can see these little lines, the little dots right there, all that debris. There's two right there, one, and all this feels like sandpaper. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is using a piece of clay that looks like this. This is kind of like an old piece that I used on my friend Chris's car, and he had it left over, so I'm going to use it again years later, or about a year and a half later. So basically what this does, when you use like some type of lubricant to go right over, it's going to pick up that little piece and it's going to collect it in here, and then this is going to get dirty. You need this like dough, and then you could do the next surface. So what's actually kind of cool is that I don't have the proper lubricant for this, but I do have water, just basic water, and it does the same thing, probably a little bit worse, but I mean, not a little bit worse, but doesn't work as good. But I'll get you up on right there. So you see all those little spots? That does not come off with a basic wash. Spray some water, and like magic, it comes right off. And if you could tell, completely smooth. So basically I'm going to be doing that to the whole panel. I'm going to be doing that to the whole panel, and then after that I'm just going to polish it real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to knead it and just get a fresh spot. As you can see, it already looks a lot better. Just make like a little patty out of it and just go over the whole thing. And just by that, you can get a lot of that debris. See how it's brown now? So now I'm going to do that to the whole panel and then come back with the polisher. Alright guys, so I already clay barred from this body line down. The door too. I didn't touch the fender, but now this thing is super smooth. And now if you look at the clay is super dark, and this is already a clean car, but your car wash doesn't take this off. This is just basically contamination that embeds itself into the clear, and this is the only way you can take it out safely. But yeah, so I'm gonna go over possibly the fender and the peeler all the way up, all the way back, and then I'm gonna get started on polishing this side. So it's gonna be pretty nice. So now I just gotta knead this like a piece of dough and go after all this. Alright guys, so I'm about to compound right now. I have my trusty M105 Ultra Cut compound. The only reason why I'm going with this setup, and this is a finishing pad because I don't want it too aggressive, is that I have all of these little scratches right here. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up right there. They kind of go like this way, and then these little two right here. So these are very fine. I could get away with the polish, but to be brutally honest, I don't have a polish, so I'm just gonna try with this. Alright guys, so this was kind of a fail because I don't have any polish, and the compound that I'm using, it's like all like stuck and dried. But I did end up clay barring the whole side, quarter panel, the pillar, door, fender, and hood, and everything is looking very, very nice and smooth. The only problem right now is that it has no wax, so oxidation is really acceptable to getting you know, oxidized and little stuff like that. What happened, Mikey? And so I just gotta like smash on it and get some polish and start polishing this thing out, but not today. I'm waiting for some paint to actually fix this scratch right here, all the way right there. And then fortunately, when I was clay barring, the scratch had came all the way up to here, but the clay bar actually took it out. Like, it took out the dirt that was inside of the scratch and completely made it gone. Like, you can see a little something right there, but there was a scratch going this way and it's gone. The clay bar took that out. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it does start right here and it just continues, and then there's more right there, and they just zigzagged it all the way. But I'm gonna compound that out and try my best on that. So yeah, so this is gonna be it for part one. Next one is gonna be compounding where it's needed, polishing everything. So yeah, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright guys, so here's a little continuation. I'm either gonna add this to the same video or just gonna be a little part two, because this is a few days later, a couple days later. So I got this chemical, guys, VRP in the mail, and stands for vinyl rubber plastic, and this stuff is like the most universal stuff ever. You could use it on vinyl interior, rubber inside the interior, and plastic inside the interior. You could also use it on rubber exterior and plastic exterior, meaning like trimming and stuff like that. And then you could use it on tires or any type of like window seals or anything. So this stuff is like, basically you could put it on anything unpainted. Kind of cool. So I'm gonna try this out and do a little review on this. This is my extreme top coat by Chemical, guys. And yeah, I think like a distributor, he put this in a bottle and printed out the label and just made money off of a gallon. But this was pretty cheap, and this is their extreme top coat wax. Swirl X, my favorite. This thing gets finishes to a mirror, especially by hand too. I bought this the other day. This is the ultimate polish. Not really a fan of this. I'm gonna try it, but I'm not a fan of this. I kind of like their more higher grade stuff. And this is the Meguiar's M205 or M105 Ultra Cook Compound. This is what's gonna get me, you know, to knock off all of the heavy scratches and imperfections. And then these are just gonna be the finishers. But yeah, but I put it in a little water bottle because the actual container, as you've seen, it just exploded. But yeah, so gonna get the DA out and get started on this quarter panel right here. Here's a little bit better pictures of all the scratches, all that right there. So very, very fortunately, these are very, very fine scratches, so all this is going to come out within a second. But yeah, and last time I was trying to DA this and the pad was just way too dry and not primed, and I just wasn't even prepared. Here's a little dent right there. I gotta touch that up, but not really much I can do about this dent. But yeah, so I'm gonna hand wipe down this panel and get started. Alright guys, so a damp rag, microfiber, just went over everything. Everything's so smooth, and the clay bar really got this thing nice and smooth, but it is dull and pretty damaged. So gonna start with the polish, and wherever I see I need to see, this is the like my little trick right here. First I start with the polish, everything, and then wherever I see that the scratches are not removing, go back with the compound. The compound will get the damage out. Then wherever you went over with the compound, redo that with the polish to get the compound scratches out, because the compound, it's pretty abrasive and it does make little checks inside of the clear, but microscopic, but it does take out the big stuff. So you want to go over it with the polish again, and it's all pretty good. And that's how you prevent from over correcting, because you don't want to take off material if you don't have to. So that's my little system, and I've just done it like that, and it works out. Alright guys, so I just made the pad nice and damped, and I just put that much amount. This might seem like a lot, but remember, you want to prime the pad and make sure that the whole complete pad is you know, lubricated with the product, because you don't want to go over this with any, you know, dryness, because you'll just be wasting your time. So yeah, so let's get started. Start out with the number 1. Alright guys, so as you can see, that reflection, well, you can't really tell, but this is much more shinier, and it's super smooth, smoother than glass right here. So basically I'm gonna do the whole quarter panel, the door and fender, just get this over with. But yeah, I'll check back when it's done, and you will see a nice noticeable difference, especially to all of this damage right here. If that even shows up. Yeah, right there. Alright guys, so that's how it looks so far. It's kind of sad because like the little dents, you could see them like right here. You could see them a lot more now that the paint is a lot more clear. But a lot of these little scratches came out, but I still do have probably about 4 or 5 small ones, and there was some paint transfer here, but unfortunately this is just into the clear, and like it looked like something like rubbed against it along with the little dent. But yeah, there's more scratches right here and just little stuff here and there, but I am actually gonna get that with those little 3-inch pads using the ultra cut compound. I really don't want to put that on this DA and have to go to work right here just to like recorrect, you know, the aggressiveness of the ultra cut compound. So I'm just gonna end up just spot repairing it little by little, but this thing is looking pretty dang good. I got all right here, polished the glass out, and I polished all right here. There was a lot of oxidation in these little corners. Like these corners love to get oxidized, but I got this, got the trim. Gonna probably redo these again. Got the trim right here. You could polish this plastic out, comes out pretty nice. But yeah, so I'm gonna pop some wax across the pillars, fender, hood, quarter panel, and I'm gonna be done on this side. So next little video is gonna be just me removing the mud flaps, the spoiler, and the windshield wiper. And I still have to clay bar this because this is just so bad right here, completely bad. Like that looks like dirt, right? That's not dirt, that's actually embedded into the clear. It doesn't come off. So I'm gonna end up clay barring this and polishing it when this comes off. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for this one. If you like these little updates and videos, please like, subscribe, and comment. And the best is yet to come with this car, as far as like lowering it and little stuff here and there, but gotta clean it up first so we can see what we're working with. All right guys.